G'day, it's fugitive Australian journalist Shane Dowling from the website and YouTube channel Kangaroo Court of Australia. Now, a federal Labor MP attacked Peter Dutton and his corruption in federal parliament yesterday, Thursday the 13th of February 2025, and it's backfired as per usual. The reason it's backfired is fairly obvious because the Labor Party's done nothing about the corruption. Now, I'll just read you out the basic details. I'll show you the video, then I'll read out some of the comments. A Twitter user who uses the name Stranger posted the video on Twitter yesterday, and they put this comment before they posted it. It says, Tanya Lawrence, who's a federal Labor Party MP, lists examples of shocking wasteful spending under the former LNP, Liberal National Party government, including billions on robo-debt and $500 million, etc. on Paladin. And says, despite serious breaches, dodgy tender process, and an AFP investigation on foot, Dutton kept on renewing Paladin's contract. Paladin was running detention centres in Papua New Guinea, and it's a national scandal, the fact that they've been able to get away with it. Now, I'll show you the video. It just goes for 2 minutes of Tanya Lawrence, the federal Labor MP. Then I'll read you out some of the comments on Stranger's post on Twitter afterwards, which really tell the story of how it backfired for Labor.
And let's just start with one of the most famous examples of all, the robo-debt. They spent more than $500 million of taxpayers' money, $606 million to be precise, on their robo-debt program. Robo-debt to the eternal shame of all who supported it, and that's the entire coalition, the Liberals and the Nationals, led by politicians like the member for Dixon, who thought it was a great idea, gutted people's lives. When the full extent of the damage that was done is revealed, it was the Australian people who paid for their mistakes. In June 2021, the federal court approved $1.872 billion settlement incorporating repayment and legal costs. Wasteful spending indeed. We have cut the wasteful spending on consultants like the ones that Minister Dutton, the then Minister Dutton, had subcontracted to KPMG to investigate. But he didn't investigate Paladin, which was going to be the company that secured, after a 1 week preparation, less than a week in fact, that's how supposedly great they were, for a $500 million tender. So what did that mean? What did that wasteful spending of that subcontracting of KPMG tender lead to? It led to the Australian taxpayers bankrolling a beach shack on Kangaroo Island, which had just $50,000 in capital to its name. Nothing fishy here, apparently. And yet soon after winning that contract, the LNP spending gave Paladin a tidy $1.3 million profit per week, all while Paladin was under investigation by the AFP over bribery allegations involving PNG officials. They breached their key performance indicators thousands of times during their first year of operations. What was the then Minister Dutton's response? Let's renew their contract a few more times. Wasteful spending indeed.
Now, I'll read you out some of the comments that Stranger's post, the video post he put on Twitter, received, and that really tells the story of how it's backfiring for Labor. And Twitter user Humper says, rehashing something that is completely done and dusted because of the inadequacies of the institutions like the National Anti-Corruption Commission and their select executives seems kind of funny and redundant, considering this parliament had their chance. It's a fireside yarn now, protected by Labor. And Twitter user No Shanigan says, Labor's non-perusal of Paladin is damning. Their lack of curiosity to shine a light on 9 years of coalition rorting has been disappointing, to say the least. And don't even mention the National Anti-Corruption Commission's pathetic efforts. And Twitter user Rob Lean says, so why have Labor not got a proper National Anti-Corruption Commission? And I'll read you out two more. And Twitter user Lely from the river to the sea or we'll be free says, I really can't take Labor seriously while the National Anti-Corruption Commission and any other investigation isn't taken seriously. Add that to Dutton's time in immigration. To me, calling this out and doing nothing more is just point scoring. And Twitter user the Cycle Mechanic says, by this time I would have expected a royal commission into Paladin. Don't know what is stopping Labor from investigating. At least a Four Corners show. Now, all the polls and the media are reporting that there's going to be a very tight federal election in a couple of months and that it'll probably end up being a hung parliament and potentially most likely it'll be a Labor Party minority government relying on the independents and or Greens. If the Labor Party had to set up a royal commission into Paladin and also Canstruct, which was $1.8 billion, into a dodgy company for offshore detention centres and all other rorting that the Liberal National Party were up to, they'd win this next election easily. Or if they had to set up a legitimate National Anti-Corruption Commission, not a toothless tiger, where Anthony Albanese got together with Peter Dutton and decided they're going to set up a fake National Anti-Corruption Commission where they pretend they're investigating corruption, but they don't do anything except hide the corruption. Now, if that had been a legitimate National Anti-Corruption Commission, or if the government had to set up a royal commission into all the Liberal National Party rorting, what you have now is you'd have numerous court cases afoot, numerous public inquiries. The National Anti-Corruption Commission would have had public hearings, not the secret hearings they have. And a big chunk of that corruption by the Liberal National Party would have been exposed, and the Labor Party would have been looking down the barrel of a landslide victory. But for whatever reason, it was more important for Anthony Albanese and the Labor Party to set up a fake National Anti-Corruption Commission to hide the corruption by the Liberal National Party than it was to win the next election and win the next 2 or 3 elections. Because they would have won numerous elections just based on the fact that how much corruption was exposed in the 9 years the Liberal National Party were in power from 2013 until 2022. And I think the fact that the Labor Party are more interested in hiding corruption in the Liberal National Party corruption just shows how much of a uni party they are. The Liberal Labor, the uni party, they're one party. They take turns into running the government and they look out for themselves and each other. And you can see in that post by Stranger when federal Labor MP Tanya Lawrence is talking about Liberal National Party corruption, Peter Dutton corruption, wastage of spending, the people in the comments are shooting back, hey, well, Labor had the opportunity to do something, they've done nothing. And that's what's going to cost the Labor Party seats at the next election. And please share this video on social media and please hit the like and subscribe button and notification button and help shine a light on the government corruption. And Kangaroo Court of Australia's independent media. I publish a website and a YouTube channel, and I'm 100% crowdfunded from viewers like yourself. So please make a donation. You can donate via PayPal or Patreon, and you can donate any amount, $3, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30, $40, $50 a month. Whatever suits your budget, all helps out in a big way. Or you can do one-off donations. And the link for the Patreon account or PayPal account are below this video on YouTube and also on my website. Other than that, thank you for your time and have a good day.